Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Let me know where you're streaming from. Come on in. Let me know where you're streaming from. Come on in. Come on in. Let me know where you're streaming from. Come on in. Let me know where you're streaming from. Come on in. Come on in. Let me know where you're streaming from. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Problem, problem.
You have your computer?
Everything, baby. We're live. I just come on in.
I understand.
Okay. Yeah.
Answer questions.
Come on in, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. Hmm.
Come on in. Come on in. Hey.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Friday.
Continue. All right. All right.
Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm. The nation's capital. Mm-hmm. The original Chocolate City. Chocolate City before Atlanta.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That was a nickname?
Mm-hmm. Atlanta came on scene late. They're late. All right. My name is Jomo.
Trying to keep-
My name is Jomo.
I'm Charmaine. You could have said then this is Charmaine.
Okay, and this is Charmaine.
I
Well,
said I'm Charmaine.
we come together on Friday nights and we have real, raw, and relevant conversation in reference
Yes.
to relationship. We've been married now 23 plus years, and we come on Friday nights and just enjoy ourselves in reference to conversations. Well,
About marriage
about
and
marriage
relationships.
and relationships. Okay, I was digging deep to find me a Cousins Chronicles, and all Cousins Chronicles are real life things that happen to us during the week that we think may help to illuminate different challenges that you may go through in a relationship.
Mhm.
And I had two things I thought about for me personally, and obviously this is my personal opinion. I think for me this week, I realized that sometimes trying to help is no help. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your intent may be to help and it doesn't work out for you. So I was like, you know what? As I analyze my choices, my decisions, and consequences, I realized, my intent did not bear fruit with what my initial idea was. And I realized there's a lot of poor communication on my part. And so, and what I mean by that, you have to understand that just because you said one may doesn't mean it's received. And it's your
Mhm.
responsibility to communicate, or it's your responsibility to make sure your partner understand what you meant to say. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So you end up messing stuff up when you're not trying to mess up, but you end up over helping. I don't know if I'm talking to anybody out there where you try to help, but you miscommunicate, or you don't say it right, or it's not received the way you thought it was, or just miscommunication. They say most people uh, communicate poorly or could be received poorly. So I thought about myself this week. You know what? I was a poor communicator this week. I know y'all look at me and say, Joe Mo, yes, 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 you still could. You, just because your heart may be toward something doesn't mean you communicate or articulate it or execute it properly. I remember when I was in NFL, they can tell you how to run the play and something go wrong anyway. So it's just
Mhm.
what it is. Tonight on, go ahead.
I have one cousin's chronicle.
Okay.
We've been getting ready to go on a vacation.
Hmm.
And I don't know if anybody's listening that's like me, you like to have everything just the way you want it before you leave, as far as like your house, getting the kids together, making sure you don't forget anything. And it can be very stressful. So just trying to navigate through that this week with kids and their schedules continuing and life continuing. And then you have like this big task of like making sure everything while you're gone still runs smoothly. It can be challenging. And I think we did really good navigating through that this week. Um, just trying to get ready to go
You,
out of town.
you have to learn tendencies based on your partner and how they respond under different situations so that you could kind of accommodate different challenges. So it's good to learn. All right. So
we have relationship questions.
Relationship questions. All right.
We got a few in.
Question number 1. Now, make sure you share this. It's going to be some good stuff. Make sure you share. Make sure you share. Just hit the share button. All right, here it is. We've been married for 2 years, and I feel like a lot of things we tolerated from each other are now getting on our nerves. It seems like we're arguing about petty things. How can we get past this hurdle and bring peace back to our relationship? Well, what I thought about, the first thing I thought about is initially in a relationship, we have a whole bunch of grace. Oh, yeah, you cute. I'm
and you
cute.
Overlook things.
You overlook things because you want it to work.
You're so excited.
You excited. So I have learned there's stages with relationship. Initially, man, I found the one. I found the one.
Right.
And then after you found the one, and then you learn about them. And you realize that they got some crazy too. Then you realize
they're human.
They're human.
Right.
Then you realize the things as you spend more time with them that don't really align with what you align with. And what you tolerate initially, you don't want to tolerate anymore.
Right.
That's why it's so key when you're if you're trying to learn someone, to really have a real honest conversation.
Right.
About what you expect.
And don't worry about what they're going to think about you with you being honest, because at the end of the day, you want to be totally transparent so they can make a sound decision if, you're the right one for them.
Correct.
But now this couple's already married. So what I would do is figure out what is a deal breaker. If it's not a deal breaker, then you need to learn to manage it, whatever the issues are, because they were very vague.
Dr. Gottman in the study said 69% of the things that you deal with in a relationship do not change. 69%, almost 70% of the challenges you may face may not change. So if the challenge is not going to change, my attitude towards the challenge will have to change.
Right.
Maya Angelou had that great quote: if you can't change your situation, change your attitude about the situation, because some things are not going to change. So then you have to identify, okay, how am I going to navigate through this?
Right.
And you can. And the Bible says to grow in grace. So this may be an area of growth in your relationship. But every relationship comes to a place of reality. And you kind of can't overlook that anymore. Okay, I really don't like you not brushing your teeth in the morning. I really don't like you kissing me.
Right.
I really don't like when you do, and those kind of things you have to ask yourself is, and especially since you're already married, can I handle this? Because everybody got something to jump in the truck.
Well, it's just too late. You're going to handle it. Well, it's just how you going to handle it.
Statistics say that people don't handle it well.
Well, you need to learn to handle it.
All right. Okay. This one is addressed to me.
Oh, I want to answer a question. Somebody said, where do you send the questions? I get a lot of the questions in my DMs on Instagram. It's Charmaine_cousins on Instagram, or you can actually send them through our YouTube channel in the comment section. I look for them there, or you can email them through our YouTube channel as well, JOMO and Charmaine.
Now, that question may not be answered today, but it could be in the future.
Right, especially if you want it anonymous.
Yes. Okay, next one. Pastor J, I'm feeling really neglected sexually.
Why are you reading it like that?
Because that's how I'm reading.
I'm really feeling neglected sexually.
In my relationship. I mean, how many times can a man hear, I'm tired?
Come on.
Not tonight.
Come on.
My stomach hurt.
What?
The kids might hear us. What is a normal amount of sex a married couple should have?
You digging deep when you say the kids gonna hear us.
I'm just wondering if my expectations are too much. Help, capital, bold. Help a brother
please
out Please.
Okay, before you answer this
Wait, wait,
question,
wait, wait.
Jomo.
It
Before
said,
you answer this
it
question,
said Pastor
before you,
Jomo.
I
You said
know, I
Pastor
know.
Jomo.
Before you answer this question, I'm not gonna answer the question. I'm just gonna say that we're not gonna say what the average amount of sex a married couple should have because that varies between married couples. That's between you and your spouse. So we're not gonna give you a number.
Jennifer, I see you, sister. I agree both ways.
What?
Some of these brothers out here playing hide and go seek with the. You need
Yeah, it does go both ways.
It does go both
Yeah.
ways. I totally agree. I don't understand, but well, some have medical challenges. I agree, but that's a conversation you have. And I have.
And there's other things you can do.
And listen, no, I've done some research. I got some great conversations. Hey, listen, there's a lot of medical miracles out there.
Yes,
There's a lot of things out there. If that's a challenge, you can get yourself situated. All right, I'm leave it alone. So the question was, I am tired of
my stomach hurt. Not tonight.
Not tonight. Listen, we need to be honest.
I'm tired.
We need to be honest because see, it's only so much tired stomach, all this stuff. You need listen. I don't think I've ever said no. Now I can't speak for everybody, but I know as for me in my house, the Bible says your body doesn't belong to you. No, but here's my point. You have oftentimes couples may have different sex drives. Okay. Mm-hmm. So my desire may be less or more than my spouse. Mm-hmm. So from that point on, we have to have a negotiation. I say, okay, babe, I want to have sex 5 times a week. Okay. You get a day off every 3 days. You know what I'm saying? For example. Okay?
You did not say a day off.
Example. And then your spouse says maybe once a week. Okay. Mm-hmm. So 1 plus 5 equals 6. Divided by 2 gives you 3.
That's a compromise.
Called compromise. So that's my point is.
And if you are getting, I'm tired a lot.
Find out why.
Find out why.
Correct.
If your wife is working 3 jobs and you ain't got one,
wow,
that may be the problem.
Wow.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So you're saying if you ain't working, you don't be working.
The Bible says if you don't work, you don't eat.
And it say if you don't work, you don't have sex though.
No, but I was talking about sex.
You got
yeah, I got you. No, I'm joking.
Having a job makes sex a little easier though.
Right. Well, and I'm not saying that he doesn't have a job. Let me reverse that. Reverse if you let's just say you have a job, but she's coming home, she's having to cook dinner, do the kids' homework with them, get them ready for bed, get their clothes out for the next day. She cleaning the house. She's washing the dishes from dinner. And then you rolling over talking about after you done watch TV while she doing all that stuff, you talking about, hey, can I get a little something? Well, your little something went out the window when she was bathing the kids and getting them ready for bed. So you might have to look at the chores and look at the responsibilities of both spouses and split them bad boys up. And then we could start compromising with some chores.
So.
Because it sounds like they have kids, because she said the kids might hear us.
Listen, the kids need to hear y'all. Okay?
But the kids don't need to hear that. I don't know about that.
You have to prioritize.
You go whisper. Oh, baby. Oh, yes.
You have to prioritize.
Be really quiet.
Your sexual relations with your spouse.
Yes.
Because unmet needs get met in other places. I'm going to say that real slow. Unmet needs get met in other places. It could be pornography. It could be masturbation. And it just could be a slap another person outside a relationship. So you have to be careful with those doors that you open because, see, when you decide to stall a person out, hold out, go on strike, extra covers, extra layers, when you decide to do that, Now, understand the Bible says, do not withhold from each other too long, for you make room for the dead enemy.
Right.
I'm going to say it again. The Bible says, do not withhold for an extended period of time unless through fasting and prayer, and it has to be a mutual
Hmm.
decision.
And every encounter doesn't have to be marathon. You
Mm,
don't have to be running a long race. This ain't, sometimes it's just a sprint.
a quickie.
Help a brother out.
Then
And then
again,
you roll over and go night night. And he roll over and go night night.
listen, it ain't got to be all that. Now, you have to clarify what a quickie is.
Yeah, because yeah, that's between you and your spouse
Yeah,
to
because
to
some,
clarify what a quickie
anyway.
is.
So find a way to meet each other's needs.
That's good.
Because the bottom line is unmet needs will eventually get met. The question is, will they get met inside the house or outside the house? Don't
Compromises and
open that
prioritize.
open. Don't open
Hmm.
up the door for the devil with
Hmm.
you trying to be on strike. And I've told men and women this. What are you doing? Now
Right.
I know I'm in my own marriage, so I can't speak on your marriage, but I'm saying, I've heard people go, you know, a long, long time without sex.
Hmm.
Now I'm not including uh
Fasting.
what are you talking about fasting? I'm not talking about medical challenges. Okay.
Right. Right.
I'm learning more about different challenges that as men get older.
And even women.
Yeah,
But there's solutions to everything. You just have to talk to people. Ask your doctor. Talk to people. Get educated.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
awesome.
You
Things
do
out
not
there
have to
now.
suffer
Yes,
any longer.
Jesus, for real, for real.
You just got to educate yourself.
All right.
Next.
So again, identify what a middle ground is. Now, here's key aspect. When you guys identify the middle ground for sex, now you can't start reneging. Okay, don't be a reneger. Okay, don't
Hmm.
do that. Meaning, once you guys agree, okay, we're gonna have sex 3 times a week. Don't start tripping and start chirping it back to 1 or 2 when you've already mutually agreed that we're gonna do 3 or 4. And you can even schedule it. It's not a bad thing to have a schedule, but
No,
it's not a
we
bad
had
thing.
to do that in a season in our marriage. We
Yeah,
scheduled it,
I'm a counter.
and Joe
I'm,
would be like, and you know what was really good about scheduling too? Nobody got disappointed. You already knew what the expectation was. You already knew
don't cheat me.
you was wasn't gonna come home saying you was tired that
It ain't
night,
we ain't having that conversation.
right?
That conversation over.
And then when it was an off night, you already knew
But
we ain't getting none.
sometimes you try. You never know. The Bible said
you
Matthew 7
might,
7. Keep
you
on
might.
asking, keep on seeking, keep on knocking. The door might be opened. All right. Next one.
Okay.
I'm dating a guy and his family hates me. Family's really
Mm.
important to me. I don't know at this point if I'm wasting my time trying to stay together.
Right.
There will be no happy Thanksgiving dinners, opening gifts at Christmas. Do you think I should end it? Would you have married Pastor Jomo if his family hates you?
I never said his family liked me. No, I'm joking. um, would I have married Pastor Joma? The first question was, should I break up with him? I would love to ask the question, how is he responding to his family treating you? Um, Not so nice.
Mm.
Um, I don't think
You weren't
it's
going nowhere.
I don't think that there is a one answer fits all to this question, just because there is some great marriages I know where one side of the family doesn't like one of the spouses. Um m- I don't want to get too personal, but my parents is a great example. One of my parents' family did not like one of my parents. And my parents have been married for almost 50 years. So I do think that it causes challenges in the relationship. And if you're a family person and very family oriented, and you see the grandkids come into mom and papa's house, and that may not happen like that. But if you are supposed to be together, you'll make it work and you can still have a great relationship. It would be very difficult for me to be with someone that just their family totally disliked me and wouldn't give me a chance.
Charmaine would have
Um,
that. She'd be so frustrated.
I would have had to have a
Yeah,
conversation.
because she
I
wants
would
to.
have talked
Charmaine
to
wants you.
them.
She wants to be liked.
I do,
Yeah, so she gonna.
especially if it's your spouse's family. Like that's serious. That's huge. Would would you have married me if
No,
no?
no.
That's an upfront.
My mom would talk about people, man. My mom was rough. If she ain't like you, she told you. And I just didn't want to hear my mama's mouth if she talked about you. Move, boy. Okay, okay.
Mm,
So,
well,
and
I'm
she,
glad his mama liked me.
there it is. She wouldn't be here. She ain't like, no, that's my 2 cents. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? My mother's input's very important to me.
Mm,
By the way, the Bible says honor your mother and father, and honoring them is also
mhm.
listening to some of their not. I mean,
Sometimes a mother and father has issues.
agreed. I'm just saying it should be
Yeah.
part of your decision making process.
Right.
If your mama or daddy see something, it may be a blessing to you to listen to them. Not
Right.
always, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Because some people parents are a little whacked out.
Mm, all right, all right, all
I'm
right.
just saying.
Whacked out like that.
No, I'm
Okay.
just saying. Like if they're not married themselves or they're in a toxic relationship themselves, they really aren't in a position to give you advice.
Valid, valid. No, that makes plenty of sense. And you have to be mindful too when you marry a person, you also marry their family.
You do.
And so it will be difficult. It'll be
Yeah.
difficult. All right, next one, next one. I'm getting married in a month
Okay.
and we've never lived together. I'm really nervous. What is the hardest thing about living together in the beginning? I think the hardest thing about living together in the beginning is you find out all their hidden issues. And,
Right.
because prior to this, we only met outside the house or the club or wherever it is. And you don't see how they keep their house. You don't see how they keep their bathroom. You don't see if they spray after they boo boo. You don't see if they
Fart all the time and don't say excuse
you don't
me.
you don't see their hygiene level.
Mm.
You don't see how often they take a bath. You don't
Well,
see.
hopefully you know if they bathe because you be smelling that.
So my point is, there's a lot of things that you're gonna find out when you move in with a person. Like,
Right.
ooh,
Just little quirks.
you're a slob, or your pet
Like if
peeves.
they like to walk around the house naked.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, but some people might be, can you put some clothes on, please? Some people don't
Well,
want to see all that.
yeah, I agree. I agree. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's learning the inner quirks that you don't know.
Right.
Like
They leave the toothpaste top off the toothpaste tube. Little things.
they count when they do deodorant strokes.
Yeah, they count their deodorant strokes.
I count every stroke.
I wasn't even gonna say it. I'm glad you brought it up.
I ain't no shame.
Oh, yeah, shame.
I'm a numbers guy. Every number counts. All right, next one. Marriage advice for newlywed. My husband compliments other women's body parts,
Mm.
and it makes me feel insecure. Should I be offended, or am I being overly sensitive? Now, that girl got a Charmaine. That chick got a big old butt.
For real, let me see. No, I'm
Golly.
joking.
Look at her breasts. Look at her hips. Look at her thighs. Look at her lips. Listen,
That's too much.
that's not gonna work out.
Yeah,
For you.
that's too much.
So what I do in my relationship is I just talk about my wife's things that I like on her body. And
Mm.
she may mention to me how other women look, but I'm not gonna be the person like, man, that chick is banging. Nah, that ain't gonna come out my
You
mouth.
so silly.
That's not gonna come out my mouth. Now, you have to, I don't know the level of your relationship in reference to honesty about how people look. I already understand that, if a fit brother that looks good, is attractive. I ain't gotta be a dumb. You ain't gotta hate on nobody because the
Right.
person takes care of themselves,
Right.
and you understand. Okay, this brother or sister is a very attractive person, but I'm not gonna do a dang. Now you have to understand your eyes still work. Okay,
Right.
you be married and you'll still.
It depends. I guess it depends on how the person is doing it. Like if you said, "Oh, she looks like she's an athlete" or something like that, I wouldn't
I,
even think twice. Like we talk about other people's.
yeah, you're more open than I
Yeah.
am. In reference to that, I don't
Yeah.
necessarily care, but I understand. For what I've seen is men have a propensity to talk about women's butts and hips and thighs
Yeah.
and stuff. And I know that it can make a woman feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So to me, I just think it's a no-go zone.
Yeah. I think that this is a easy solve. Just tell them how you feel.
Mm.
Lay your feelings out on the
Yeah,
table.
say you feel uncomfortable with it. That's all I would
Yeah.
do.
Hmm.
Just say that you feel uncomfortable, and that's what I would do. All right, next one. I want to put you more in seven. See that?
Ooh.
Gotta fix what I do. I do nothing to fix it. Fix it.
I want to get you back more in the camera.
Nah, I'm trying to put you in the camera. Number 10. All right. This is the last question for the night.
Okay.
I'm single, and
And ready to mingle. Okay, go on.
I'm single, and I just met a really nice woman. This
Oh my God.
question is for JOMO. What were you most scared about when getting into a relationship with Charmaine?
Wasn't scared of nothing.
Did she got the killer? No.
What's the killer, Joma? What's the killer?
Now snap it, clap back.
Okay. I'm not gonna say nothing.
I think I wasn't afraid of much because I was ignorant, and I had no intention of marrying her.
Right.
When I met her, I was like, okay, she's
Just
fine.
have fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick it.
Just kick it.
So that was what I was thinking initially. As we spent more time together, she tried to rub her little breasts on my
I
arm.
really wasn't trying to do that, but that's what you know, that's what you
I know
you a little
exactly.
bird.
I'm a pervert, but you doing rubbing up all up on me.
Because I'm trying to stay in the center of the camera.
Okay, that's fine. So, I didn't have that initial intent.
Right.
My straight up initial intent was I'm gonna get that, which is not holy or righteous. It's just who I was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Over time,
you got it all right. You got all of it.
Wow.
You see?
Wow. That's a lot of information right there. But anyway.
No, I wasn't even talking about. I was not talking about sexually. I was talking about you went with the intent of I'm gonna get that, but you weren't going with the intent of a long-term relationship or marriage, and that's what you got. So you got all of me, like my heart, everything.
Correct. I did not.
You weren't ready.
Agreed. I was not ready.
Yeah.
She was more ready because she didn't want to play games. I was not ready. I was a player. So by God's grace, we're here today. So I can't say that I was scared. Now today, if God forbid I was single, I'd be scared as hell.
Yeah. What would you be thinking about? Like, what would be your number one fear if you had to go back on the market right now?
If I went back on the market, I would be, I'd be very slow.
Mm-hmm.
I would make sure that our values are aligned.
That's good.
I would make sure that we believe in the same God.
Uh-huh.
I would make sure that she loved God more than she loved me.
Oh, that's good.
I would make sure that she was serving God somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, if she can't or he can't, if he or she does not love God, they cannot love me because they don't know love.
Right.
You cannot express or fulfill what you have not defined.
Mm-hmm.
So until you define and identify what love is, you will never be able to exude what you don't know. So therefore, you are frustrated with people who are trying to love you who do not know love. Mm-hmm. So by having a relationship with God, for God, the Bible's 1 John 4:12 or around there. For God is, I think it's 1 John 4:8. God is love.
Right.
So God is love. I need to have a relationship with love so I will know how to give love. So today, if God forbid I was single, I would find a person who loved God and loved to serve God. Because if that person loved God and loved how to serve God, I'm going to get served, y'all. Because they see, you will not withhold sex because you love God. You will care for me because you love God. You will share because you love God. You'll be patient because you love God. You'll be long suffering because you love God, because those are the fruits of the Spirit. So my main thing was I'd have to find a chick that loved God, and I'd have to
Mhm.
watch that chick for a while because
Right.
I already know yeah,
Somebody said, gotta drop the baggage too. I totally agree. You have to make sure that that person is healed from any
mm,
past relationships or
yes,
past
Jesus,
hurts. So you're
yes,
not dealing with the baggage of their past.
brokenness, hurt,
Right.
abandonment, addiction,
Right.
adultery.
You would want them to be healed from those
Correct.
things.
So if you have been hurt, take time to get healed. Take time to
That's
get
good.
healed, get restored. So you're ready to be a whole person. We don't
Right.
Nobody wants 50% of a person. 50-50 don't make 100. 50-50 means we got two broke people.
Right. Right.
You want to be healed and whole.
Right.
Well, I thank y'all for being
Thank
with us
you for
tonight.
spending time with us.
As always, remember to love, laugh,
Laugh and
and learn.
learn.
Lord
I'm
have
just
mercy.
not doing
Wow.
good today.
Praise God.
Make
Hallelujah.
sure if you have not done so, give us a thumbs up on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, JOMO and
Yes,
Charmaine.
on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're going to be vlogging on our vacation. So this would be some interesting video.
Yeah. How long would you watch the person
Before you,
before I married them? Here's a good number. Say for example, you were married for a couple of years. Um, they say for every year of marriage, you should at least watch for a month. Okay, 3 years, 3 months, just watching. I would not engage with sex with a person until I really knew them, because sex clouds your judgment.
mm,
Once you start having sex, you start ignoring obvious clues that should bother
right.
you, because now you don't want to confront the clue because you're trying to get that bootay.
The best thing to do is just not to have sex with them until you marry them. But we realize don't nobody listen to us when we say that. So we're trying to give you the next best advice, but that is not biblical. Biblically, you should just wait until after you're married and you're in covenant.
Yes, that's the best way.
Yeah.
And then the next thing, like, well, what if they ain't good in bed, Pastor? I need to
What
try.
if it don't work?
I need to
You need to
try it
make
out.
sure it
I
work
gotta
right.
try it out first. Well, let me help you. Let
Whatever.
me help you. Let me help you. Once you start trying, you're not gonna stop trying.
Nope.
And you can improve. You can teach.
You can learn.
You can learn to. You can learn them how to do it right. You can learn them how to throw it back and all the other stuff.
Oh, come on. What?
What's come on me?
Oh, come on.
My point to you is you learn.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you're trying to learn, you can learn.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. The person may
Right.
not have certain skills right now, but as long as they're willing to learn,
Yeah.
you could be a teacher. Listen, I'm trying to help somebody. All right, I'm gonna stop because I saw her face that I went too far.
No, I was just like, where are we going with this?
I'm just trying to answer the question. So I'm
You
gonna help.
did. You answered the question really good.
Okay.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for spending time with us this
Where we going next
Friday.
week? Where we go?
We are going to be in a surprise destination. I can't wait for you guys to see where we're going.
All right. I holler.
All right.
I see y'all when I see y'all. Deuces.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, bud, come here. Oh, you want to say hello to the people? Say hi, Phoenix. You look so cute. Oh, you look so cute. You see yourself on TV?
Let it go.
No kisses.
Let it go.
Because if you kiss me, he won't kiss me.
No, I ain't kissing no dog.
No, I didn't say you. You just kiss me.
Well, if y'all kissing, I ain't kissing.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Mm-hmm.
Hey, bye, Phoenix.
By the way, I'm wearing my orange and green today, representing Dr. Humphreys, man. What a great dude, man. He was
My president.
President of FAMU University when I was there. Great dude. And to his family, we say condolences to Dr. Frederick Humphreys. He was a great president. Yes. My man.